Hi everybody, this is Pam Sledd with Jesus Junk Journals, and I'm back with our Heaven Journal series. And so I'm working through the pages. I'm going to do instead of calling out videos on specific things, I'm going to do sort of a cleanup session. It may take 2 videos of the parts in the kit that need to have special attention paid to them before you assemble the kit, before you assemble the journal. So there's some that have the pockets you gotta put together, and there's just some things that you want to pay attention to if you're trying to put them all together. Well, I don't want to say as intended. I mean, you can do it however you want, of course, but there's just a couple things I want to make sure you're aware of, and then if you want to do something else, you can. So here we go. 1 and possibly 2 on sort of the chaos of the kit, because I don't know about you, but mine is like a pile of stuff, pockets and tuck things and all that stuff. So let's get in there and see what we can do to sort it out and get it put together so we can get this thing done. Here we go. Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and I'm working on the Heaven Journal. And so what I have been doing is putting the pages together in 3 signatures just to see how it lays out. And so I have 3 pages from the kit that I want the full page to show. So I'm going to put those in the middle of my signatures. One is this Lamb's Book of Life, and this one is the 23rd Psalm, and then this one with the animals. So I'm going to leave those in the middle of them. So then I'm just kind of tell you the process I go through to figure out what goes where. I try to alternate. I didn't put as many pages in this one as I did the last one because that last one got so fat. So trying to cut back. So I have a page from the kit, a brown paper, page from the kit, tea stain paper, page from the kit on that signature. And then on this signature I have page from the kit, the fabric page, page from the kit, and dictionary page, and page from the kit. So I'm trying to have, at least 1 or 2, other pages besides what's in the kit. And then this one I've got from the kit, my eco print from the kit, and from the kit. So each signature has 1 or 2 other pages in it. And so I'm just going to, one thing I'm going to do, just kind of work on different things. But this one I did on the last video, and I want to finish around the edge of this fabric. So I'm going to just glue some trim to cover that raw edge. And so I made a trip to Hobby Lobby and bought a bunch of ribbon. And I think I have that. I think that was the one I was planning on using. That's awfully white. I think I might have to tea stain this a little bit. So let's see. Yeah, I think that'll work. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on like this, and then I have, I think it's called Old Paper Distress Ink, and it's a really light color. So it won't have a big effect on it, but it will tone it down just a little bit, kind of knock it down from such a bright white. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac, which I've got in the, again, the Sweet Sugar Bell icing bottle. I've talked about that before. This is really good for your Fabri-Tac because it has a small metal tip that comes on it. The silicone caps do not come with it, and the only place I could find them was at a bakery shop online. So, but if you Google the Sweet Sugar Bell icing bottles, they come in a pack of 4. Can't remember now, 2 or 4. And then if you Google the lids for this, they have plastic ones, but do not buy the plastic ones. Get only the silicone ones because they won't stick and they come right on and off. They're just real easy to use and keep your Fabri-Tac from drying out. So I guess I'll just get on with this. I always feel funny when I do things on camera that I have not done before. But as it turns out, even things I have done before, once you get in front of a camera, weird stuff happens. So that's no guarantee either. Cutting this at an angle. I don't really have a plan for this fabric page yet. I just wanted a fabric page just to have something different. I feel like it adds some junkiness to your journal when you add other things besides a kit. Even though I'm a designer of kits, I want it to be organic. I want it to feel real, and you know, so you need to work those pages over and make them feel loved. Okay, so I'm going to apply the glue to the lace so I don't end up with it gushing out of this. Okay, so I'm going to set that over to dry. And then I'm going to get out my pieces and parts. And see what we need to do. And I've just got them all cut up and put in this box, and so I'm gonna just work my way through and sort out some things and see what I need to do. There's the salvation prayers and the pets. I think what I'll do, these, like this pet folio is going to add, you know, some thickness to the journals, and so will this. So I want to make sure those go in different signatures. This is also, this is the other part of the salvation folio, and so this I want to put in a, so these three are thick things. So I want to make sure these each go in a different signature. So lay those to the side for a minute. Some of these things will be, like these little cards and things, will be the last pieces that I mess with, and so I'm going to lay those aside. I've glued these as I went, some of them. These are finished, but they need to be inked. So here's a pile that needs to be inked. These are cards that can be stuck in. They need probably some stamping on the back. So I'm going to start a little pile of that. These tabs will probably be the last thing that goes on. I think I even told you guys to put them in a Ziploc bag, and then I didn't follow my own instructions to get them out of your way. But that would have probably been a good move. This one probably needs stamping. This was a pocket that didn't get used. These still need to be cut out. That needs to be inked. Those are done. That needs to be inked. Cut out. Cut out. Inked. No, I don't think, probably won't ink those. I might stamp the backs of them. This needs the back stamped. Those are for later. Well, I'm going to cut these apart. So that goes at the top of a page. I can't wait to see, and I can't wait to meet. So those need inking. This needs, oh wait, sorry, this is the stamping. So those go there. This needs some stamping. This needs to be glued. Okay, so this is this that needs to be stitched. So these are all cut out. This needs to be stenciled on the back. This needs to be cut out, stenciled. These needs to be stenciled. This is the other part of that. More. I gave you a lot of tabs this time, didn't I? This needs to be stamped. Stamped. These are glued, so they, let's see, these need to be inked. These cards are ready to be, they've been inked, so these are ready, although they need to be inked. Those are, the edges are white. So. And then these are ready for ribbons to be put into them. I'm going to go ahead and fold this little coin envelope. So just in case you haven't seen me do it, I use the back of an X-Acto knife, not the blade, not the sharp side, but the dull side, and a ruler to score anything that needs to be folded. And so now this needs to be inked. Put it in that pile. And I'm going to cut away for just a minute, and I'll be back with some ribbons, and we'll do that. Okay, I went through my ribbons and picked out some ribbons for these tags. These tigers have orange on them, but of course it's very muted. And I have this bright orange ribbon that I can't imagine what I'd ever use it for. So I'm going to try using some distress ink on it, see what that looks like. It may not work, but I'm gonna try it. So well, not really seeing a whole lot of, I guess it's darkening it a little bit, but not very much. So it does make it look older, like it's been around for a while. Wonder if, I hate to use a darker, too dark of an ink though. Okay, well, that did not really do a whole lot to it. So what else can I do? Let's see. And I can always use good old photo, or yeah, vintage photo. Ooh, oh well, I'll just cut it off if it ruins it. I'm just barely touching the ink pad with it. Well, that's darkening it for sure. Okay, well, that's looking better. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, good deal. Okay, okay, so for this one, I picked this ribbon. So I'm just gonna poke it through the hole. Pull it through. And try to decide if I want to tie a knot in it here. I think I will. And then I'm going to cut it off, just it's kind of long, so I'm going to cut it off at an angle. Oh, I was like, what happened? I thought I darkened it. Okay, hopefully I did enough of this. Yeah, so see, that looks more like what belongs with those tigers, I think. Okay, so I want the loop on the side where the tigers are. So you poke it through the side that you want it to loop over. In other words, if you want this to show on this side, you poke it through the side you want it to show on. So I wanted it to show on this side, so I started by poking it through that way. May not be important, but okay, so there's that one. And then this one I already put the ribbon in. I had this bright green ribbon, which I know seems really out of character for the journal, but this little bird here and that one, those little hummingbirds have that bright green. So I just couldn't resist letting it go with that bright green ribbon. And then this one, I was going to have a blue-green ribbon, but I thought, you know, it really kind of needs some contrast. So I have some dark brown sheer ribbon. So I'm going to go with that. So I want it to come through here. Okay, and then this one, I have this, I think that's really a pretty gold brown color. It's a little long. I don't know that I could get two. I hate to waste it. So I'm going to see how long, see if I can get away with, maybe get two out of this one. I don't know if I will or not be able to get that through something later, but anyway, I'll hang on to it just in case. So there's the ribbons on those. So those are all ready to go. These were some of the other ribbons that were in the running for Miss America. Okay, so I'll put those back in my ribbon box. And I think I will do some inking. You know, I would love for you guys to give me comments on these videos. As far as I've seen videos where people sit in it and they just do their crafting in real time, and they might have a 30 or 40 minute video and they're sitting there just more or less doing what I'm doing. And some of them I watch, some of them like that I watch, but I have to say there are some people that I watch their videos and I fast forward through them. Like I just skip and get the gist of it. So I just wonder what kind of viewer you are. And so I would really love for you guys to make a comment. Just say, yeah, I hit the highlights. Or yes, I like to hear the whole thing. I sit there and craft while you're crafting, and I like a full length, you know, and we may get a mix of people, but the reason I want to know is because I fast forward through a lot of things and just kind of show you what I did after the fact, because I feel like people don't want to sit and watch me do things like what I'm doing right now. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, so please let me know. This would be pretty too to do with a blue-green distress ink on the edges too. I want to line this with something though, and I'm thinking, let me grab something and I'll be right back. Okay, I've just grabbed a random piece of scrapbooking paper from a pad that I have over there. And so I'm going to lay this on here. Let's see. Draw around it. Cut it out real quick. All right, so I know it's messy, but I'm gonna trim it down after the fact. So I've got the fold in, put some of this glue. Trim it down on both sides. And I'm going to trim these down just a little bit because I cut those a little short. So that's pretty good. And then I'm going to This one is one that needs to be put together. So I'm going to cut these out, finish cutting these out. I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine. Okay, so you'll take this and let me ink it, like I said, ink it everything before you put it together. And okay, so you're going to take these to the sewing machine and sew them like this. Sew this in this corner, here and here, this in this corner, here and here. You're going to put this here. You're going to sew across the bottom and up the middle. And that'll make 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. Okay, so I'll be back.